Hello! Today I'll be talking about Tangela, the first pure grass-type Pokemon. Its previous PYC dates are June 19th, 1996, April 10th, 1999, January 29th, 2002, November 19th, 2004, September 10th, 2007, July 1st, 2010, April 21st, 2013, February 10th, 2016, December 1st, 2018, and September 21st, 2021. I like its design and how it harkens back to Shelter and Cloyster, with Tangela's insides being obscured by the vines. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Tangela, the vine Pokemon, whose number is 114. This is what it looks like. Its type is grass. Abilities, Chlorophyll or Leaf Guard. In Gen 4+, Regenerator is its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 45 or 11.9%. Breeding is a group grass, and hatch time 20 cycles. Height is 3'3" or 1 meter. Weight is 77.2 pounds or 35 kilograms. Base experience yield is 166 in the first 4 gens, and 87 in 5+. Leveling grade is medium fast. EV yield is 1 in defense. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokedex color is blue, and base friendship is 70. Tangela is a grass-type Pokemon introduced in Gen 1. It evolved into Tangrowth when leveled up while knowing ancient power. Biology: Tangela is a plant Pokemon covered by blue seaweed-like vines that obscure its face. There is a small opening in the vines that reveals its eyes surrounded by a black space. The vines give Tangela a round shape, but it is unknown what it looks like without them. Its vines are covered in fine hair and are always growing. If damaged or lost, replacements are grown. There is a pair of red, boot-like feet poking out from under the vines, but no visible arms. Tangela can ensnare and entangle anything that moves too close to it with its vines. The vines constantly jiggle and sway, unnerving enemies and causing a tickling sensation if ensnared. Tangela's vines will snap off easily and painlessly if the target pulls on them, so it can quickly escape. The vines of Tangela are said to have a refreshing flavor and scent. In Galar, its vines are used as herbs. Tangela can usually be found in temperate grasslands and has been known to swing on tree branches and using its vines. So you can see that here. Tangela swinging on a tree branch. Yeah. It's cute. Evolution: Tangela evolves into Tangrowth. You can see that here. Tangela, Tangrowth. Game data: Pokedex entries in Gen 1. In red and blue, the whole body is swathed with wide vines that are similar to seaweed. Its vines shake as it walks. Yellow: its identity is obscured by masses of thick blue vines. The vines are said to never stop growing. Obsidian: its identity is obscured by countless blue vines that are similar to seaweed. Will become entangled with anything. Gen 2, Gold: the vines that cloak its entire body are always jiggling. They effectively unnerve its foe. Silver: it tangles any moving thing with its vines. Their subtle shaking is ticklish if you get ensnared. Crystal: during battle, it constantly moves the vines that cover its body in order to annoy its opponent. Obsidian 2 is just golds again. In Gen 3 and Ruby and Sapphire, Tangela's vines snap off easily if they are grabbed. This happens without pain, allowing it to make a quick getaway. The lost vines are replaced by newly grown vines the very next day. Emerald: its vines snap off easily and painlessly if they are grabbed, allowing it to make a quick getaway. The lost vines are replaced by new growth the very next day. Fire Red: blue plant vines cloak the Pokemon's identity in a tangled mass. It entangles anything that gets close. Leaf Green is very similar to Red and Blues, but slightly different, so I'll read it. The whole body is swathed with wide vines that are similar to seaweed. The vines sway as it walks. In Gen 4, Diamond and Pearl, it is shrouded by blue vines. No one has seen the face hidden behind this growth of vines. Platinum: the blue vines shrouding its body are covered in a growth of fine hair. It is known to be ticklish. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are their gold-silver counterparts. In Gen 5, Black and White is Platinum's entry. Black 2 and White 2. Many writhing vines cover it, so its true identity remains unknown. The blue vines grow its whole life long. In Gen 6, X is Black 2 and White 2's entry. Y is the silver entries. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are basically Ruby and Sapphires, but Tangela's is now all lowercase instead of all capitalized. The Gen 7 Pokedex entry is basically yellows, but they removed the comma between thick and blue. In Gen 8, in Sword, hidden beneath a tangle of vines that grows nonstop, even if the vines are torn off. This Pokemon's true appearance remains a mystery. Shield: the vines of a Tangela have a distinct scent. In some parts of Galar, Tangela, vines are used as herbs. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are their Diamond and Pearl counterparts. Legends Arceus: it is cloaked entirely in blue vines, preventing any glimpse of its true identity. The vines impart a refreshing sensation when chewed. They're useful as a spice. Game locations: Side game locations and events. Held items. Pokemon caught in Gen 1 must be traded to a Gen 2 game in order for a held item to appear. In red, blue, and yellow, you get a Bitterberry 100% of the time. Via red and leaf green, you get Stardust as an in-game trade 100% of the time. In Pokemon XD Gales of Darkness, you get a Miracle Seed 100% of the time. In Ranch, you get a Cobra Berry 100% of the time. Legends Arceus. Normal, you get a Medicinal Leak 40% of the time, Ball of Mud 15% of the time, and Grit items by level. Alpha, you get an EXP Candy S 100% of the time, Seed of Mastery 10% of the time, and Grit items by level. I still don't know how the math works. Stats, base stats, HP 65, Attack 55, Defense 115, Special Attack 100, Special Defense 40, Speed 60, for a total of 435. This Pokemon's special base stat in Gen 1 was 100. Pokéthon stats. Type effectiveness. Damage normally by normal, fighting, rock, ghost, steel, psychic, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to flying, poison, bug, fire, and ice for double. Immune to nothing, resistant to ground, water, grass, and electric for half. Learn set by leveling up. In Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. At level 1, you get Absorb and Bind. 4 Stun Spore, 8 Growth, 12 Mega Drain, 16 Fine Whip, 20 Poison Powder, 24 Ancient Power, 28 Knockoff, 32 Giga Drain, 36 Sleep Powder, 40 Slam, 44 Tickle, 48 Power Whip, 52 Ingrain, and 56 Grassy Terrain. In Legends Arceus, they learn Absorb at 1 and master it at 10, learn Stun Spore at 6 and master it at 15, Poison Powder, they learn at 11 and master it at 20. They learn Acid Spray at level 15 and mastered it at 24. Double Hit, they learn at 18 and mastered it at 28. Energy Ball, they learn at 25 and mastered it at 35. Ancient Power, they learn at 34 and mastered it at 45. And they learn Sleep Powder at 43 and mastered it at 54. By TM/TR in Sword and Shield. 8 Hyper Beam, 9 Giga Impact, 11 Solar Beam, 18 Reflect, 21 Rest, 23 Thief, 24 Snore, 25 Protect, 28 Giga Drain, 31 Attract, 34 Sunny Day, 39 Facade, 50 Bullet Seed, 60 Power Swap, 76 Round, and 88 Grassy Terrain. For the TRs, 0 Swords Dance, 1 Body Slam, 17 Amnesia, 20 Substitute, 22 Sludge Bomb, 26 Endure, 27 Sleep Talk, 59 Seed Bomb, 65 Energy Ball, 71 Leaf Storm, 72 Power Whip, and 77 Grass Knot. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. At 9, you get Bullet Seed, 11 Sunny Day, 15 Hyper Beam, 17 Protect, 19 Giga Drain, 22 Solar Beam, 32 Double Team, 33 Reflect, 34 Shockwave, 36 Sludge Bomb, 42 Facade, 44 Rest, 45 Attract, 46 Thief, 53 Energy Ball, 58 Endure, 68 Giga Impact, 70 Flash, 75 Swords Dance, 77 Psych Up, 82 Sleep Talk, 86 Grass Knot, 87 Swagger, 90 Substitute, 93 Cut, and 98 Rock Smash. By breeding in Sword and Shield, this group gives you Confusion, this group gives you Endeavor, this group gives you Flail, this group gives you Leech Seed, this group gives you Nature Power, and this group gives you Rage Powder. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, this group gives you Amnesia, this group gives you Confusion, this group gives you Endeavor, this group gives you Flail, this group gives you Leaf Storm, this group gives you Leech Seed, this group gives you Mega Drain, this group gives you Nature Power, this group gives you Power Swap, and this group gives you Rage Powder. By tutoring in Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So in the expansion pass of Sword and Shield, get Grassy Glide, it's a physical grass type move. It's power 70, accuracy 100, and PP, haha, is 20. Legends Arceus, you get Energy Ball, Giga Impact, Hyper Beam, Rest, Rock Smash, and Sludge Bomb. By transfer from another generation, in 1 you get Bide, that doesn't work anymore. 4 you get Captivate, that doesn't work anymore. 6 and 7 you get Confide. 1 through 7 you get Constrict, that doesn't work anymore. 2 you get Curse. 1, 2, 5, and 6 you get Cut. 1 through 7 you get Double Team. 1 and 3 you get Double Edge. 2, 4, 5, and 6 you get Flash. 2 through 7 you get Frustration. 2, 4, and 7 you get Headbutt. 2 through 7 you get Hidden Power, that doesn't work anymore. In 6 and 7 you get Infestation. In 1 and 3 you get Mimic. In 3 in an event you get Morning Sun. 4 through 7 you get Natural Gift, that doesn't work anymore. 4 through 7 you get Pain Split. 2 through 7 you get Psych Up. 1 you get Rage, that doesn't work anymore. 2 through 7 you get Return, that doesn't work anymore. 5 and 6 you get Rock Smash. 3, 4, and 6 you get Secret Power, that doesn't work anymore. 4, 6, and 7 you get Shockwave. 1 you get Skull Bash. 2 through 7 you get Swagger. 2 you get Sweet Scent. 4 through 7 you get Synthesis. 1 you get Takedown. 1 through 7 you get Toxic. 7 you get Wake Up Slap, that doesn't work anymore. 4 through 7 you get Worry Seed. And 4 through 7, you get Ring Out. That doesn't work anymore. TCG only moves, you get Double Kick in this card. Side game data here, you got all this. Pokemon Ranger in the browser entry. Tangela can extend its vine and lasso a post to cross a gap. Okay, you got all this. Evolution data, Tangela evolves into Tangrowth when leveled up while knowing Ancient Power. Tangela cannot evolve into Tangrowth in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, as Tangrowth is not present in those games. Got Tangela, level up knowing Ancient Power, so there's the Ancient Power disc, and Tangrowth here, yeah. Sprites here, so we've got these are very interesting first few sprites here, you know, it's wildly different than what we'd get later on, you know, it's definitely like more of the obscure look to it, kind of like how the Cloyster and other ones were, rather than just kind of being a ball in the middle or whatever for those guys. But yeah, it's kind of fun, you know, these are fun little creatures. Feet are blue here, they start off as black, becomes more of a solidified ball rather than just all of this. Yep, the back sprites, I mean, pretty much could work for any of them because it is just a bunch of tangles. Again, the coloring's a little off, but otherwise, yeah. Okay. In Gen 2 and Gold, so you get, this is now more of a cyan almost, I think. You know, very light. This is a green. Got that. This is more closer to the blue we'd get later. The feet are now red, or whatever. It's fun. It's interesting to see how the back sprite is cut off like that. Yep. Gen 3, we get more of the correct colors, I guess. So this lighter blue, but not too bright. Sort of darker green. Yep. Its eyes, I'm sure, are a little bit bigger. I'm sure they keep getting a little bit bigger. Yeah, they definitely are different. They're more rounded. Yeah. Yep. Not much changes. This changes again. I mean, I'm sure the vines are changed quite often. Probably generation to generation. Even game to game, it looks like. Partially, sometimes. Yeah. These are different. This is a little darker. I think it's probably more closer to what we have now. The real color. This is also a different shade of green. Yeah, slightly different. Black and white. A little bit different. We get a full back sprite now. Slowly gets bigger, the back sprite. As time goes on here, but yeah. Yep. Got this. Yep. Got all this. You're pretty good. You know. I'm sure it was kind of difficult to do this one. How do you translate this to this? It's a little squat. It looks like a ball, and I don't know. It feels like a squished ball rather than an actual just a ball. Yeah. Moon, not really much different. In Gen 7 here. Doesn't really change in the Let's Go games either. Yeah, okay, it seems like this squished down version is what they've used from now on. But it gets slightly better, you know, the quality. These are all now modeled, which is interesting, and now it's kind of does the Cloyster thing where it's kind of just a ball instead of, like, at least, I don't know, these are a little bit better because, like, it works, I think, a little bit better as a flat image here rather than as a 3D thing because it makes it look more obscured, I guess. Got homes here, so you can see how that looks. Oh, it's a little bit brighter. That's interesting. Unless in Arceus it gains the little lighter colors. Okay. In the anime, Tangela in the anime, being handled by Ash and someone else. That's interesting. I guess they've been tangled. I guess probably untangling the Tangela. Yep. For the Pokedex entries, I've recorded it for the anime section, so we'll let Dexter read it.
Tangela, a vine Pokemon. Its body is wrapped in vines. The rest of its form is hidden beneath these vines.
It's in Pokemon Evolutions, I guess, in the manga. Tangela in Pokemon Ranger the comic, double mission. Interesting. That's cool. I got all this. Don't know why the image isn't down here. In the TCG. Trivia. In the Pokemon Red and Blue Beta, Tangela was originally known as Medusa, a name derived from the Greek mythological character Medusa. That makes sense. Origin, due to the mystery around Tangela's appearance under its vines, it may be based on the swamp monster from the short story It, by Theodore Sturgeon. In addition, it may also be inspired by the Sargassum seaweed monsters written by the English writer William Hope Hodgson, which inspired monsters in Japanese popular culture. It may also be based on Selaginella lepidophylla, a plant that forms tumbleweeds, and Medusa, a gorgon of Greek mythology, which is especially supported by the fact that Tangela's beta name was Medusa. In addition, it may be based on a green man, a motif represented as a face surrounded by leaves and vines. All of these potential inspirations may have influenced Tangela's shiny form's green coloration. Its Pokédex entries state that its vines will be entangled with its surrounding. This may be a reference to thigmotropism, a biological reaction plants have towards contact that encourages them to coil around objects they touch as they grow, allowing stability in their stems and branches. Name origin: Tangela may be a combination of tangle and ella, suffix used to form taxonomic names. Monjara may be a combination of monster, moja, shaggy or unkempt, and Camu Kujara, densely covered in thick hair. In other languages, external links, let's move on. Since we already watched Tangela's first scene in the anime in the Victory Bell video, where I accidentally called it Tangrowth apparently, sorry about that, let's watch Tangela's second scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 26, Pokemon Sensation. In this episode, Ash has come to the Celadon City Gym to challenge the leader, Erica, here. He has just sent out his Bulbasaur, and she's gonna send out her Tangela. There it is, the Tangela. Yeah, that's Tangela's second scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's talk about the TCG. I have two Tangela cards. A normal Tangela card, and an Erica's Tangela card. We'll start with the normal Tangela card since it's older. It's the second version of the Tangela card. It was illustrated by Mitsuhiro Rita. I like that its Tangela appears to be a growth of vines instead of a ball of vines. I also feel like I should mention the coloring. Normally the second version of the Gen 1 cards has the same image, but with small tweaks to the rest of the cards, like a difference in the boldness of the HP font. However, for Tangela, the original card had the same image, but the tangles were green instead of blue. I wonder if this mistake inspired the game developers to make Tangela's shiny variant green, although it's a different shade of green. Anyway, this Tangela has 50 HP. It's 3'3" and 77 pounds, which is 0.2 pounds lighter than its weight in the official Pokédex. Next to its weight, there is the second base set symbol. Tangela has two moves, Bind and Poison Powder. In the video games, Bind is a normal type move introduced in Gen 1. It is a move that hits for between 2 and 5 times, with the idea being that through whatever method, in this case with Tangela's vines, the Pokemon is binding its opponent. On this card, it costs 1 grass energy and 1 of any energy. Upon the player winning a coin flip, the opponent Pokemon is now paralyzed. Regardless of the result of the coin flip, Bind hits for 20 damage. I've already talked about Poison Powder in the video games, so I'll just explain how it works on this card. It costs 3 energies, it hits for 20 damage, and the opponent Pokemon is now poisoned. Tangela is weak to Fire type for double damage. It has no resistance, which is odd since it could have been resistant to fighting, water, grass, or lightning. As in the video games, it is resistant against ground, fighting in the TCG, water, grass, and electric. Its retreat cost is 2 of any energy. Its description reads, its whole body is swathed with wide vines that are similar to seaweed. These vines shake as it walks. This is similar to the Pokédex entry in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Leaf Green. It's level 2. The next card is Erica's Tangela, which is the only Erica's Tangela card as of June 2024. It references the Tangela Erica has on her team in Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Fire Red, Leaf Green, the Let's Go game, Stadium 1, Puzzle League, Masters EX, the anime, the manga, and the first battle in Pokemon Stadium 2, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver, although it has just evolved into Tangrowth in the latter 2 games. In most of the games starting in Gen 2, Tangela and its later evolution, Tangrowth, is female. In the manga, she is even given a name, Angela. Because of these facts, this is the gender and name I will use throughout the remainder of this section. The card was illustrated by Ken Sugimori. As I alluded to with the last card, Angela has the incorrect color vines, being green instead of blue, although it seems the inner vines are blue. I like that Angela is shown jumping. As much as I love the other Tangela's card design, I think this should have been used for the first Tangela, so if you're new, you understand what Tangela actually looks like. This is another instance of a card that has what looks like a real photo in the background. Angela has 50 HP. She's the same height and weight as the other Tangela. Next to Angela's weight, there's the Gym Heroes expansion symbol. Angela has 2 moves, Vine Slap and Stretch Vine. Neither of these are moves in the video games. On this card, Vine Slap costs 1 grass energy and hits for 10 damage. On this card, Stretch Vine costs 2 grass energies and 1 of any energy. If the opponent has any benched Pokemon, the player chooses 1, and this move hits for 10 non-modified damage. Angela has the same weakness, resistance, and retreat cost as the other Tangela. Next to this information, there is a picture of Erica's head and neck that seems to be a cropped version of her official Pokemon. Yellow art on a background. Angela doesn't have a description. She's level 21. Using the levels in the games, this means this card is from before any of the games, as Angela is level 24 in the first game, which is her earliest level in the games. I don't have a Kangaskhan card, so the next Pokemon with a card I'll be talking about is Horsey. Now let's see why people love Tangela. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Now we're sitting fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you not familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Tangela. So this first image doesn't contain a Tangela, so we'll go to the second one. So we've got Tangela used Absorb by Twarda8. So it's nice semi-stylized image here of, I guess, it's using Absorb. It's very nice. See all the bubbles and stuff. And glowing, and then that's a nice use of colors and shading and stuff. Yes. Then we've got Tangela, Pokemon 1 a Day by Bonnie John. So 114. But yes, apparently they got a Tumblr, or had a Tumblr when they made this anyway. So yeah, they got this creepy looking Tangela, but kind of works, I guess. Then we've got Variants of Tangela by Kiyumi. So number 114 Tangela. So we've got Thorn. Tangela thrives in many types of environments due to its ability to adapt. Thorny vines are helpful in dry desert environments as well as for protection. Tropical type. Tangela thrive in humid environments and are adorned with beautiful tropical flowers. They are often a tourist favorite in their natural habitat. Aww. Poisonous. In certain areas, Tangela have been known to have poisonous properties. Direct contact with their leaves cause itching and rashes in both humans and Pokemon. They are easily distinguished by their red leaves. It's got these nice, clever variants here. All different eye colors and stuff. That's fun. We've got Tangela by Joshua Dunlop. This creepy looking creature. Definitely not very realistic, but very nice nonetheless. And this does not contain a Tangela. Let's move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight as I need to wait until I've talked about Snorlax before I can catch a Tangela. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Kangaskhan. As always, this isn't my proper outfit and you'll see me tomorrow.